Hi, you guys. It's Rob, Cheap Comic Collector, and I'm back to filming again after a few days of not really paying that much attention to it. A lot's going on, but I don't remember where we left off. I could go back and look, but I think I only have this. I have this box in the other room, and it's half empty. So I think we went through part of this last time. And so I'm just gonna pick up where I left off, where I think I left off. This is episode 409. Thanks for being here. It's July 28th, if my math is correct. And this was 98 comics. The second half of like 98 comics that I got from the Whatnot seller Blue Dog Comics. And I paid 86 cents an issue. And I don't remember where we're at. I think Blue Dog was the ones that were doing like closeout specials or something. And yeah, I don't know. I can't tell from the invoice because it's just a pile of comics. So maybe not. But I think there's some good stuff in here, it looks like. So we'll just go start going through some of them. Thanks for watching. Please please hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe if you would like to. Whoops, it's another epic phone drop. My little guy that holds my phone for me there, he's very unstable, unfortunately. And there we go. Looks like we're going to start off with some Conan. And this is my little guy that holds the phone. Very flimsily. And let me get the light turned on. A little unprepared, I guess. Sorry about that. And here we go. Conan, number 6. From Dark Horse. And I think I'm just going to take my time today and open some of these up and take a look inside, because we don't really do that a whole lot. We looked at Conan here and there and figure we know what they look like, but Dark Horse maybe did some different things. Their style was a little bit different than the Marvel style, but still very, very interesting. Not sure why Conan has orange skin, but maybe he got a tan. Ooh. The Art of the Hyborian Age trading cards from sci-fi-hobby.com. Those look cool. Alright, not too bad. And it's Conan, so it's gonna be at least interesting. There's number 5. Can't tell if he's wearing any clothes or not. Oh, here we go. The Robonic Stooges, number 3 from American Mythology Productions. The Robonic Stooges were a cartoon. I think they started out on one of the like shows that had different cartoon segments. I don't remember which one. And so I don't know if this is new or if this is reprinting something from some other time period. And it looks like it could be new stuff. Oh, and they got some artwork reprinted as style guides for the different characters. Oh, and they have a Three Stooges stocking stuffer. I would love to get that. I like Christmas comics. Looks like that's based on the cartoons too, but not the Robonic ones, the regular ones. Oh, is this a preview for it? Oh yeah, it's a preview for the the Christmas one. They're angels in heaven, and they're still fighting and poking each other. And cool. And they do Laurel and Hardy comics too. Huh. Interesting. And here is something called the Stooge Wars #1. This is a variant edition. It looks like it's an actual reprint artwork from the actual cartoon, I believe. On this one is what it looks like to me. Stooge Wars. All right, well, it looks like it could be fun too. It does seem like they do an awful lot of this. I mean, this is the same style guide that was in this issue, right? So, so that's not real cool that they reprint a bunch of pages in another comic book, even though it's not story pages. It's still something you're paying for. And here's #3 of the Robonic Stooges. This one is also says it's a variant cover. And from Eclipse, we have the Zooniverse, #1 of 6. Um, 1986, this was from. Art and story by Phil Barlow. Ooh. Alrighty. And Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. Nice. This one's got some wear on it. But it's still pretty nice. Got an old Carl Barks story reprinted in it. This is from 1977. And it says it's volume 37, number 11. I think looks like it's issue 442, 443, one of those. Can't quite tell. But yeah, it reprints a Carl Barks story. And it's got a Beagle Boys and the Junior Woodchuck story. And it looks like these were all reprinted from issue number 297. Got a couple of dog-eared pages up here. And Text Story was also reprinted from 297, but the Mickey Mouse story in the back was reprinted from Mickey Mouse number 104. And so this probably isn't a serial. This is probably just a one-shot story. Yep. All reprints, as they often did, but very cool. Oh, I put 442 up here in the corner, or somebody did, so I can't tell if that's my writing or not, but probably not. But anyway, yeah, it says it's 442. This is Donald Duck Adventures number 20, double-sized fun. Reprints a classic Carl Barks story, The Old Castle's Secret. Reprinted from 4-color 189. And this one's worn. It's got, it's got a lot of tanning on it. So yeah, it was not in a bag and board all this time. They just threw it in there to ship it to me, more than likely. Yeah, but look at this. Isn't that cool? Oh, these are great stories, guys. And then there is Donald Duck, the Amazon Queen by, I believe that's William Van Horn. Art, yep. Written by John Lustig and drawn, lettered, and colored by William Van Horn. And usually their stories are pretty zany, but this is an original printing for that story. In fact, this is only, I think, the 3rd original story. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The 54th original story. I was thinking wrong. So they were definitely making original stories by this time in their run at Gladstone. And then one of the things they used to do too is they'd print an old Donald Duck comic strip on the bottom of the back cover ad. Excuse me, I have to sneeze, I think. Oh, just not coming out. There we go. All right. And this is advertising one of their albums, which reprinted the Son of the Sun by Don Rosa. The great story, guys. I would recommend that story to anybody. And if they don't like it, then you just don't like comic books. Give up on them. Richie Rich and number 5. This one is Richie Rich and Made of Money. And it's got somewhere, it's got a big crease here and some ink rub or something up here and creases over here, and it's they put all of these books in brand new bags and boards regardless of what the condition was. So it could be anything from falling apart to somewhat okay, like this one, and to practically near mint. This one is not. This one is rough. It's got quite a few creases in here, almost like it was folded up and like one of those things that used to be in the back of the Mad magazines where you'd fold it together. That's what it looks like somebody did to this. But anyway, Deadpool versus Thanos, number 4. And X-Men The Hidden Years, number 14. That's a fun series if you like the original X-Men. I've been slowly putting those together. There's number 13. And double size, number 12. 11. Didn't realize I had gotten this many of them. That's cool. Here's number 2. And another number 2. I think it's just an alternate cover. I think it's the same. Same comic, I believe. I guess I should check so we know. I don't believe there was a second series. I think there was just one series of The Hidden Years, so should be the same, but let's check it out and make sure. It is the same. Yes, it is. These were in 2000. And as long as we got one open, we might as well flip through it. This is John Byrne and Tom Palmer as a writer and artists. So, not quite sure how that gets divided up, but that's how they're credited. And this is a bonus insert, Marvel Superheroes in Fast Lane, part 2 of 4. So, don't really know what that is. And that goes back to your previously scheduled comic book. So yeah, these should be fun. I got X-Men number 25 with the hologram, and it's the Gambit hologram. I don't see anything wrong with the hologram. Everything I'm seeing is on the bag, so I think that's looking pretty good. Let me turn the light on so you can see it. It's a little hard to tell what's going on this one because they turned Gambit sideways. So this is like his head here. I don't know if I always have to look at this one for a second to realize what it is, but very cool. I wish they would do this again. This would be cool. That might be something I would pick up, especially if they did the entire cover like that. I mean, they do all these variant covers and they haven't brought this back. I mean, come on, guys. This is cool. But the copy itself does have like some wear and stuff in it. You can see spine ticks and stuff on here. Quite large one there. Oh, the bottom corner is really worn. But that hologram is awesome. Let's see. Here's Conan number 4 from Dark Horse. Elementals number 1 from Comico. This would have been a later series, obviously. So let's take a look at that and see what that looks like. Is it a cover? No, just a regular cover. The return of Elemental's creator Bill Willingham. So he must have, at some point, he must have stopped writing them. And this is from 1996. So, number 1 from the 1996 series. Oh, that's cool. All right, well, there it was. And X-Men The Hidden Years, number 16. And Charlton, Fighting Marines. This one is really beat. Wow, yeah. This one's in, it's not even attached. It's detached cover. Really heavy staining all over this thing. But this is number 53 from 1963. And it says Charlton Comics give you more at the top of the pages. I'm not sure what that's referring to because I think it's just a 36 standard size comic. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 4, 6. Yeah. So yeah, this one's pretty beat up. Got a lot of creases and creases inside of here too. You can see this and dog-eared pages and so forth. But there it is. As long as it's complete, that's fine with me. Here is number 133. Suppose I ought to look at this one too and see just what kind of condition it's in. It looks like it's got a lot of major spine ticks. Rip out here at the staples of the spine is split up to, well, no, the staple's actually up here, so that this is just a little chunk that got ripped out, I guess. It's still there, but it's gonna fall off someday. This is number 133 from 1977. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 4, and 36. So that one's all there too, but this one is still attached. And let's see, got one other stack here. Gunfighters, also from Charlton. Oh, I still got that light on. I'm sorry. Let me get that glare out of there. Yeah, so we got Gunfighters number 77. And Bill Black cover. 2. Kid Montana from 1983. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 6, 28, 32, 34, 36. Oh, sorry, these have kind of a musty smell to them, and I've got it's affecting my sinuses a little bit. Let me blow my nose for a second here. All right. Gunfighter 73. Probably more of about the same. A little wear. This one's got this major spine tick on it over here. And they both have quite a few little spine ticks. Robert E. Howard's King of the Night. Number 1 of 2 from Dark Horse. Somebody spilled something on it. It's got a major liquid stain or something right here in the middle. Can't really tell it on the cover, but It's very noticeable when you open it on the inside cover there on the white. But all right, well, this is whatever this is. Sounds like it's just an adaptation of a one-shot story, you know, where he didn't use Conan or Kull. It was just yet another type of those stories, but it was just a standalone character or something. And they're adapting it to a comic. I should actually leave this one out because it's got that water damage on it. Just to remind myself. Richie Rich Millions, number 74. The Dollar the Dog. X-Men, the early years, not the hidden years, the early years, number 10. And all of these, most of these have some wear or spine tigs or something there. None of them are the perfect condition they appear to be at first glance, you know, because they look so good in the plastic. But here's Mickey and Donald, number 17. This is a double-sized issue, giant size. Reprints well, I don't know if that's a reprint or not. It's a Christmas cover. I think it's a reprint. You know what? They actually usually tell in these what they are. They were really good about that. Yeah, front cover is by Russell Schroeder, and yeah, so that would have been a reprint from something, but I don't know where exactly. And it looks like it's just filled with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck stories. So we got the Mickey Mouse cereal running through it, probably. And then you have the Donald Duck story, which was reprinted from, I believe, Christmas in Disneyland. This one, Mickey Mouse, was also reprinted from Christmas in Disneyland, which was in 1957. And normally what they did with those Gel Giants like that, they would have a framing sequence of them going to Disneyland, and then they'll have stories that don't especially have anything to do with Disneyland, but sort of, because like Mickey Mouse is, you know, he's the engineer on the train, right? And Disneyland has a train, so that's basically the connection. And I don't really understand what the connection would be for the Uncle Scrooge story, because they're like in the South Seas gathering black pearls or something. So just the fact that it's adventure, you know, Adventureland probably or something. And then that reprints a Mickey Mouse Sunday strip from 1937. And a Donald Duck one-pager from Donald Duck 43. Some covers that they didn't use, but they wanted to showcase the artwork. I wonder if the artists still get paid when they do that. Oh, these are by Russell Schroeder, so maybe this is a new cover. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I know what I'm talking about, but I guess I'm not. And then there is a new Donald Duck story by William Van Horn, Call Off the Wild. Oh, it's just a 2-pager. And then you got Riddle of the Red Hat, Mickey Mouse story from 4 Colors, number 79. That's an old one. And then a short story where I believe Don Rosa did the artwork, but he did not actually write it. It's one of those few things where he drew it, because a foreign publisher basically wanted him to, but he didn't actually write the story. So still fun. And if I remember right, it wasn't that bad of a story either. This is in really nice shape, actually. This is one of the better ones. There's no spine ticks on it. There's a little corner blunting down here. And that's about it. It's a very clean copy. Got The Adventures of Captain Jack, number 11. Fantagraphic Books. It is for mature readers, so don't let the cartoons fool you. Elf Lord, number 6 from Aircell. Those are usually fun to look through. A lot of wear on this cover. And very yellow. But look at the art. Very interesting style. It looks odd with the yellowed parchment look to the pages. I'm not. It's unusual to see this much aging on a book. It's almost like they tried yellowing it on purpose to make it look old or something. Because it's throughout the book. It's not just, a page here or there or the edges or whatever. It's the whole darn thing. So that's a little unusual, but it is there. It is complete. But definitely only a reader copy. So you know what? I'm not even going to put that in the board. It's make sure I flip that open when we do the sale. Here's ROM number 10. This one's really beat up. A lot of spine wear and cover wear. Richie Rich Gems, number 19. This has got wear as well. Quite a few lines coming through here off of the spine for some reason. Richie Rich Fortunes, number 24. 25 center. Giant. This looks like a cool one. Well, thought it was a giant. Maybe not. It's just got a big board, thick board in it, I think. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, it's just a regular size. But it is all here. But it does have this little chunk missing out of the bottom right here. And got spine creases and so forth. So it is pretty worn too, but it's not as bad as some of them. Planet of the Apes, number 1 from Adventure Comics. And it looks like this came from the same collection with the yellowing on the that other book. This one's not yellowed quite as badly, but it's a pretty yellow. That's cool. Nice. Amazing artwork in these. There is a major crease along here on the back where this was folded over at one point. And here we have Panic. Special issue, Panic. Read this magazine and you won't need your eyes examined, you'll need your head examined. Panic. This is no magazine. This is humor in a varicose vein. And if you're close enough to read this little type, then you're close enough to buy it already. Obviously, this is the reprint that I think Gemstone put out. Yeah, Gemstone put it out in the 1998. This reprint's number 8 of the original Panic EC comic, which was a companion to Mad. And it starts off with takeoff on Alley Oop called Irving Oops. And Carmen, they do a rip on that, it looks like. And Panic peeks into some old underpaints. Alrighty. And instead of Gone with the Wind, we have Gone with the Widow. And they actually had a letters column way back then. Cool. I have a whole stack of EC reprint comics somewhere. Maybe I'll grab some of those for tomorrow. Lieutenant Caper, Agent for Hero from Spotlight Comics. This is number 1. This looks interesting. Never heard of this before, except when I bought it, I guess I must have said, hey, I never heard of that before, and bought it. Got black and white from 1986. Richard Maurizio is the creator, writer, penciler, with Frank McLaughlin doing the inks. All right, that looks pretty cool. And oh, this Richie Rich looks neat. Richie Rich Profits number 5. This, wow, this is. Oh, okay. I was looking at the spine, going, wow, that's a really nice spine. There's no spine ticks at all on the spine, but then there's wear down here and there's wear up here on this corner and at this corner. So there is wear. It's just not in the places it normally is at, I guess. Great cover though. That's awesome. And here is Richie Rich number 220. This one's got a big old stain right here. I'm gonna take that out because that's not really acceptable condition for most people. Big old chocolate stain or something on there. And I don't think it'll come out. Some people are like, oh, you can get that out. And it's like, I don't think so. It goes through the whole book, right? I mean, not the whole book, but through the whole page. If it's that soaked in, I don't see how you're going to erase it. Richie Rich and Casper. Number 8. And this one's got Quite a bit of wear too. A lot of crinkles and so forth. Oh, I like this one though. I remember this guy, Dr. Frankenspook, which is this guy, but then he's got this little Frankenstein monster. It's just funny. Rich Cash number 29. This one doesn't look too bad. A little bit of aging or something going on along the top, but not really anything you can point to. It just, you can tell it's not flat. I don't know. Something going on there, but not very much. TV Casper and Company number 40. This is cool. Giant size, 25 cents. Does have a rip at the top here. Got this rip here. And you got this. The entire cover is very wrinkly. Got a major spine roll. Pretty good size spine roll there. And staples are tearing away. And it's from 1973. I don't see the TV Casper and Company. I don't see that title. Oh, somebody bit a chunk out of some of these pages here too, down here at the bottom. If you can tell that or not, try to showcase it. All right, it doesn't affect the artwork, but there's definitely some corners ripped out of a lot of these pages. Kind of weird. And then there's some in between the parts that are ripped out that are all there. That's what's odd. Be different if there was just a chunk missing, but it's like they just took a little bit of like 2 or 3 pages and then left one intact, and then 2 or 3 pages and then left one intact. It's just odd. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that one out too. There's quite a bit of wear on there that I need to show if I'm gonna let somebody grab it if they want it. Pretty poor condition, really. Here is Richie Rich Bank Books number 19. And just overall wear on this one. There's some creases here in the cover. The 2 places, one going here, one going here. And some wear on the cover, on the spine. And there's a crease up here too that breaks color. These are almost don't break color, but this one definitely does. So fun books. This was a fun set. But that's it. That's the end of the box. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.